clean the dragon tutorial. Let's make with Congo.
Okay, we finally start to make the head. So as we showed before, it's the same. We took two pipe cleaners as the frame and tie them together. You can just change it or just fits them together. You can use your nails, or if you have a bias, it will be very tight. Now we just curve them to the same direction, and we could tie the tails together. You can just use one and make that around or that left, so it's fixed. Now we have a frame. We can adjust the length of it. Don't tie it very tight because we still need to adjust the shape and the length. Okay, it's all the same length. We can start to design the shape of our dragon's head. So we can make different style of dragon's head, like this one. Her head is quite small, and you can see the mouth, the nose, this part is very short, and the head is round. But if you wanna make some dragon fool, you can make the head flat and longer, and you can make the front of the head and nose part is longer, so it will look a bit cool. If you make it really flat, and yeah, you can see this dragon's face, the head shape. Well, I drew a picture of the different head shape. If you wanna make a pretty cute head, is round and with a very protruding forehead, or a longer and flatter head, or this one, I make the chin very round. This kind of dragon is very cute. This one, the toothless. Yeah, the toothless. This one is not finished yet, so his head is like this. Okay. So and the size of the head is need to consider it as well. For me, I would just suggest you to it's like two-thirds of this folded head frame. Okay, so now we can shape it. Let's make a cute dragon. Okay, we make it round at first, and just shape it as you like. Yeah. See, so this one is pretty similar as this one. It's quite round and cute with a very fat chin, and make a little curve here. It's like the nose part, and the forehead. Forehead is not that important. We can add some pipe cleaners later, like this one. We can add something. It's not the first round we wind it. Then we open this frame. However, what I mean is open. It's like this. Yeah, when you open it, you still have to adjust it. We can adjust the details in the middle of binding, not too flat or too thin. Okay, it's like a cross here. Okay. We can start bind it. So like I said before, take a new pipe cleaners and start from anywhere actually. Just put it on and make a little hook at the frame. Okay, and put that on next frame. See, and make it around this frame. Just around it, and you can pinch it flat to fix it. Then make next same around this frame and pinch it. I prefer to pinch it to fix it. You can also pull it, but it will be very easy to change the frame shape when we just start. We can pull it, but it's not tight enough. Choose the length we need and pinch it. And one thing we need to notice is keep every stem tight. See, just round it, and here's the next frame. Just pinch it. Okay, it's quite easy. Try not to change the shape of the frame. When you get used to it, you can make this pretty fast. And careful, if the frame change the direction, you have to go along with the frame. So here we can see there's a curve here, so the direction we put the pipe cleaner might be changed. Put it on the frame. See here, this is the end of this pipe cleaner, and there is not long enough to reach next frame, so we can just hide it inside. Yeah, just can see we also already make a bit of mouth here, and can hide the rest of the pipe cleaners inside and get another one. Start with where it ends. I suggest you keep the same direction be winding, so it will be much more tidy. And after you finish one pipe cleaner, you can just check the frame. Does it changed? Yeah, it's quite good. We can continue. Okay. And you can see there's quite a little space here. If you want to be tight, you can just pull it down. See, around the frame, pull it and pinch it. Next, around it, pull it, pinch it, and pull it, pinch it. See, the end of the pipe cleaner, we hide it inside. Okay, and start from where it ends. So you can see when we wind it, it will be a little bit curve of everyone. So if we start a new one, this might be very flat. So when I add the first one, I will just make a little curve of it. See, to let it looks tidy. And others we don't need to mind about that. Only the first one. See, it's tidy. Okay, continue. Do not pull very hard, and remember to check the frame. And if you think anywhere is not very flat or the space, you can adjust it by hand. You can see when I push it inside, the end just pipe out. So I will use my nails to hide it again, or use the pliers to like curve it to inside, so it will disappear in the surface. But careful when you making adjustment. Don't hurt your finger. Okay, continue. So here is another curve, and just remember to along this pipe cleaner should be along. See, and then put the first one is too flat compared to the other one, so I make a little curve here. Make sure it's tight. Make sure the first hook is tight. Okay. You can see the shape is not as we made at the first time, so we can still shape it by now. Because this video is for beginners, I will make it as detailed as possible. If you think it's too slow, of course you can just skip some part, or just put that in speed. It's totally fine. It's quite neat, patient, but if you get it, it will be quite fast. Okay, see here it's not very tight. Just pull, just pull it down, and also here, pull it down a little bit, make it tight. Okay, and don't be afraid if you change the frame's shape. It's very flexible. Is there anywhere doesn't satisfy? You can just adjust it. So here we almost finished the head part. We can start to shape it and thinking about where should I put the eyes. So when we reached this part, like this one, we can stop and start to make the eye frame and the noses. So this one, we can think the eye is like this big, like here. So it's almost okay, and untie the end of here. Okay. Open it. You can see here's the inside of the head, and if there anywhere you're not satisfied, you can put your fingers in and clamp it and try to adjust it to flat the shape. See if we want a better round chin, so we can just shape it. Put your finger and shape it. I think I made the nose too long, but that's fine. You can adjust it right now. It's very flexible, And if you think that's too soft, you can use the thin ironware to make the frame. But for this size of dragon, I think only pipe cleaners are fine.